Thanks everyone. I want to start with a quick question. How many of you have can point out Ohio on a Google map or any kind of map? Okay. So if you have used the cloud platform, you would have inherently started using Ohio because AWS default location is Ohio, right? I have a very personal relationship with this particular state. Back in 2018, when I was doing Kaggle competitions, and Kaggle is something like Olympics for data scientists, and we have a lot of gold medals, silver medals, and bronze. Of course, they are all virtual. I used to participate in these competitions, and I needed a GPU which was 332 GB variant, and I could not find one anywhere in India. I had to apply for a quota from AWS Ohio. It took me 3 days to get the approval response, and my competition unfortunately ended before that, and I had to compensate or accept the silver medal that I got. I ended up in something around 13th rank. This was giving me sleepless nights. Why should I be paying for a GPU so expensive price, and why should I wait for approval from a salesperson sitting somewhere across the globe, right? It's not just me. I'll tell you about another story. A person who headed the Tesla AI autopilot, who is also a co-founder of OpenAI, faced a similar problem. Can you guess who it is? It's Andrej Karpathy, who is the human accuracy behind ImageNet dataset. He had the same problem. He is lucky enough. He tweeted on Twitter X today. Google top guys helped him get a GPU access. This was in around 2020. Things did not change much. Yesterday, I was talking to a founder in Tech 30, the hall that you would have probably visited. I met a founder who said that they have access to thousands of dollars of credit from a hyperscaler, but still they're waiting for months to get access to GPUs. The problem has not changed. So, what did I try to do to solve this problem? Back in 2019, I started a company called Jarvis Labs. Though this is not about Jarvis Labs, it plays a very important role. So we wanted to solve two different problems. One is, can we get GPUs for data scientists at a fraction of cost what a hyperscaler is providing today? The second one is, most of the data scientists, when they want to go and spin up an instance, it takes hours, if not weeks, unless until you have a strong DevOps team. Can we solve that? So in the years to come after that, we saw that we were able to launch the GPU instances in less than 4 seconds. That's one of the fastest in the world back then. I'm not sure what it is today. And the price also, we slashed it by 60-70% compared to the global hyperscalers. I felt comfortable like any other founder, I felt happy. But then I came across the reality, things got changed. Stable diffusion and a lot of other LLMs, ChatGPT, and all came in. The nature of AI itself changed. What it meant is, I had an angry founder sitting in Bangalore calling me and saying, okay, I can launch a GPU faster, but for me to copy the data from my object storage to your storage, it's taking hours. So what is the point of launching the GPU very quickly, right? So I asked, we have a decent bandwidth. I know we don't have several gigabits. It should not take that much time. So I asked this question, where is your object storage or S3 located? He was not sure. So he said, let me check with my developer and come back. He came to me after a few hours. He said, it's Ohio. This was an Indian company serving Indian customers, and they did not consciously choose their location. They choose their location out of instinct because that's what we all unknowingly got trained. Like how when we use a credit card, it's either Visa or MasterCard. Now it got changed to UPI. The same way, we all choose to use Ohio. So for them to copy data from S3 to object storage sitting in Coimbatore, we started our server room in Coimbatore, a small place. We built our own server racks, everything. We did a crazy job back then. So this started giving me again sleepless nights. So we thought that we solved a problem, we are good for the next coming years, but reality was very different, right? So when E2 Networks, the founder of E2 Networks, Tarun, approached us and he said, why not we do it together? E2 Networks is a company which has been trying to do cloud computing for the last 15 years. They also have one of the largest H200 clusters. It's around 2048, part of India mission and all other good stuff. How do we solve it? I know that it's not one company that can solve this. You need multiple companies that need to solve this approach. So we joined E2E like 3 months back, and we have been actively working on improving it. I want to quickly show you what we have done at E2E. So this is a quick dashboard that you can see for AI Cloud. I'll explain you what some of the key products in E2E are today, and I'll explain you why it is very important to think about it today. So the first one is the launch GPU, which lets you launch some of the best GPUs in the world, like H100, H200, in less than 30 seconds without calling sales guys, without writing any approval emails. Just recharge, launch. You train a model. Good. How do you serve it to your customers? That's a much bigger problem, right? Let's say you have your customers. I was talking to a company called YourStory. So they have small LLM models. They train it, but when they want to serve it, they have different workloads. They don't have students learning at nights in India, right? So why do they want to spin up huge number of GPU clusters at night times? So our inference platform comes to the play for next thing, where we let the users scale between anywhere between 0 and 100 or any number of that. What about startups that are trying to train large foundational models? That's where our training cluster comes in. So you have things like Ray, Slurm, and other key components which helps in training LLM, large language models. And you can spin up a large training cluster in no time, which is, let's say, 10 minutes, you have like a 300, 400 GPU node cluster without any approvals, anything in it. It's not something new. As part of India AI mission, we are supporting two of the biggest customers, which are training large language models as we speak today, which would be coming in the upcoming months. So why it is important? We know that Ohio is a default for most of us, right? AI gives us a new opportunity, once in a lifetime opportunity in the cloud space. To move people from the default AWS to some other Indian cloud provider is very difficult. But when it comes to AI, the economics changes completely. GPU cost at a hyperscaler is anywhere between $8 to $12. An Indian cloud provider offers you anywhere between $2.5 to $3.5, depending on the cloud provider you choose. And whatever choices that we make today is going to determine how we are going to see our adoption in the next 5 years. In 2030, how is it going to be different? So that's where E2E Networks is trying to solve this problem from our end. And just like in the global space, there are multiple hyperscalers. We would encourage a lot of Indian companies to do that, and some of them are already trying it. So it's a choice that we are making, and it's a choice as a consumers we also have to make, whether we pick up an Indian cloud platform or a foreign cloud platform. That's all I have. So let's see how 2030 is going to be. Let's catch up in 2030. Thank you.